So it's my pleasure to work with very promising young musicians who are trying to make ensemble together with very famous sonata, which calls Spring Sonata. And as you probably know, name was not given by Beethoven. Name was given by people who played and came from critics. Why I'm saying this? Because I think it's important for them to feel that yes, we play Beethoven, but Beethoven doesn't have only one face. And this could be lighter and elegant. And mainly, I want them to enjoy each other ensemble. First of all, we will move violinist closer to the pianist. The most pleasant chamber music when you play to each other. So when pianist and violinist start to play, she plays to him and says, oh, yeah, I like it, let's do it. So that's atmosphere which I want to create. Next thing is very important not only in chamber music, but in making music. It's unifying sense of pulse, articulation, and dynamics. So I would like us to look from that perspective, starting with the pulse. In the pulse area, we have so many different things, which include the meter, and include the tempo, and including subdivision, and including relationship between long notes and the short notes. That's what we call pulse. From my perspective, they are a little bit careful playing right now. They're playing careful, they're not so sure if it's good or not so good, but you have to go with your inner feeling. Secondly, I want them to think not just we play piano and violin. By the way, this sonata was written for piano and violin, but not for violin and piano, which it means at that time, piano was fortepiano, without a lot of pedal, without a lot of having chords. So you have to adjust immediately. You play slightly contemporary instruments, so you have to play more in what was the violin and was the fortepiano at the time. So I already give you indication that you have to play on the lighter side in order to have an equal sound production. So what I would like to try now, we will work on the pulse first. I want to make sure that they enjoy balance between horizontal, where in this case music is quite horizontal at the beginning. You have primarily long phrases, and I will ask each of you where you will have the longest phrase from the beginning. But before we will start to play, I want to enforce that tempo is mostly has a sense of logic and continuity. When you have you're thinking, am I going anywhere? But you have to feel that you're already going anywhere. So also very helpful to start to play this type of musical component, you have to breathe. You have to have a sense. I hope I'll give a little bit at the opening. Amarilda?
Amarilida.
Amarilida. Amarilida. So if you don't mind, I'll just give him a little bit of stimulus and just the beginning, so we'll feel something is in the air. I remember the beginning, but I don't want to. Horizontal movement of the phrases, instead making too much of the vertical things. There is a harmony. We have to incorporate balance between harmony and the melody. So let's start. Just hair faster and try to breathe and share this in. And with us. Did you like her spirit? Yes, we like her spirit. She was more emotional. Couple things is, some technical things. When you shift on the preceding finger, you need to incorporate a little bit more support from your forearm to make shift. Also, couple shiftings. Release finger before the pressure. Now, release finger before the shift. Like, okay, could you do once more? This is very important. Also, how the pulse goes. Pulse goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1. Yes? Let's incorporate. Please, once more. And vibrato starts before, so you already have it. It's not. But. Okay? Good. Make sure that you relax your arm. It's important to recognize the harmony from the bottom note. Instead, I'm exaggerating, but you understand. Okay? Could we start from your solo, please? And relax a little bit more your arm. Make sure it's more relaxed. And support. Make sure that you're also not raising your shoulders. Okay? And you have to find sound point. On the string G, you have to find the proper sound point. Does everyone understand what means sound point on the violin? Let me, just for a second. Just for a second. When we play open strings, on the G and D, bow is located not close to the bridge. For instance, when we play in T and A, it's getting closer to the bridge. When we play A and E, it's even closer to the bridge. So we have to incorporate these things. Plus, if you will play an upper register, bow has to reflect properly. Clear? Okay, let's see how it is going to be. One bar before. He's playing one bar before. Also, make sure that a little bit more closer to the fingerboard, and do not forget this pulse on the left hand. Okay? And crescendo more. 4/8 notes. That's where the pulse is. You have to keep pulse in the groups of 8 notes. Secondly, the typical Beethoven language, he was a creator of specific language, was dynamic as crescendo and subito piano. So you have to do this very clearly, and both of you have to do it together. So we will do concentrating on that bar specifically when we have a crescendo, and after that it will be piano. Okay? Once more, one bar before you. We start in the same place. Sensitivity in your wrist. Establish angle, and we'll talk about this later individually possibly. Once more, same place, same place. Do not stop moving music ahead. Keep moving. His teacher. So we have to be careful. We have to read. Beethoven says, this is to you, this is to, and this is me. Oh, okay, could we do it in tempo? Again, vibrato should be smaller, you know. And all intervals. Once more. Late. Understood? You have to stay with him. That's question of ensemble, my friends. Pianist plays 3 lines. He sees this. The violinist has 1 line and 2 lines, needs to be aware 100%. You cannot just count bars. You have to feel what you continue to do from the piano. Once more, please. Once more. And don't drag the tempo. Next one. Now big phrase. Crescendo. For violin is to know how to deal with sforzantes. So, you need to use a little bit more bonus sforzantes. That helps with you, okay? Also, fortissima in Beethoven music, it's not forte. So make sure that you achieve the dynamics. When we look in the music, we usually think, oh, this is 1 bar. But we don't think about dynamics in a horizontal way. You have to see how long dynamic goes through. That's what we have to observe more in the music. You understand? So I'm going back for you to think a little bit more about analyzation of number one is a pulse. Another big elephant of music is number two is the articulation. And when we play legato, it was horizontal articulation, you know. So that was the articulation on the short ones. And we'll deal with that. And the third one was dynamics. So we will play now focusing on dynamics and articulation. Pulse is getting better. From the same place, from his left. No. Hold it longer and it's like scared. Okay, once more. We want to exaggerate it. It's not diminuendo, it's decrescendo. It's show us the difference. You had two phrases, you had third phrase, and after that it's subito piano. So it's not all aggressive, but lyrical. They did not discover it yet. Could you do once more, please? Yes? Okay. More gravity into the string. More gravity. Good, good, good. closer to the frog. It has to be together. Every 8th note is valuable. Okay? A little bit lighter. Lighter, more piano, more violin, less piano. More articulation, a little bit closer to the string. Once more. Still lighter. Now, what is it? This has to be super tight, changing colors. This is already everything. Could we do this one, please? Okay, could we start? So color change. Okay, one before M, once more. Pulse, articulation, and dynamics. Okay, articulation now, forte, fortissimo. From piano, and after that you have to make sure that you have a. So make sure that you spend enough bow, so you could. And after that, very risoluto and place bow. It's not very comfortable chord, so a little bit closer to the fingerboard. Okay, could we start from piano la pa from this one? Very light, yeah, very light, elegant. I personally like a little bit more articulation. So if you will practice, you know, so the string crossing will be minimal. Okay. Could you do once more? Make sure that you already have circulation of the bow. Once more, and keep tempo. If you will even compare, you see how small we are? Good job, both of you.
Very good.
Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Should we maybe work on the first movement? You don't mind? Let's work on the first movement first, because I think it will be more effective. So, from my point of view, it's very interesting combination of the instruments. And bassoon has to play string sound, then you have forte. You don't play forte like you play, ducat sound. It has to be more compound, and sustain. Okay. Now, articulation. We're talking again about articulation component. That's in a slow tempo. Doesn't mean abrupt. It means light but fulfilling. So it's not. So you have to find the duration of the 8 notes. Also, this andante has a basic originality of this music in Sicilian. So when we deal in this Sicilian, that's always you have to that 8 note has to have a really nice motion, you know, or so you have to feel it. It's in 6/8, but it's still in 2. You have to stress a little pulse on the dotted 8 note. Okay? Next thing is when you in Mozart music, we have an estate. So you have to second note in the 2 8 notes has to be lifted. Gives the room for the other instruments. we start from the beginning? Also, please keep piano, don't anticipate next dynamics. Stay longer with the piano, and after that, different. Don't see it as a set. Once more, once more. And she will prove it now. Okay. That's easy. This piano is not good. Could we do bar 5 once more? Stay longer with forte, and after that take not an answer. It still was not answer. Answer is here. Okay, bar 5 again, please. 5, 5. Don't forget to breathe naturally and communicate across the street. contrast, don't make diminuendo to the piano, keep forte lower, and you'll see what happens. Okay, once more. And middle section, don't play slower. Keep pulse. Tempo. Now horizontal. Work on the coda, please. We start from the coda. Make sure that economical approach with dynamics, save last forte for the end. Make sure that you play 8 notes, very short, light, minimal bow. Piano needs to be a little bit more soloistic in that section. And also make sure that you have together all of the pickups. You know, you have to give a cue. You know. You have to give 1, 2. So they communicate with you. Okay, coda. Light, light, light. And together. Communicate on the first beat of every second bar, at least. Once more. No panic. Start from the string and give full bar. George, watch me. 1, 2. Okay. So, could I have violin and bassoon just, shorter your quarters? But shorter. Much shorter. Could you do last two phrases? Yeah. And keep in mind, in Mozart time, you cannot break it. Just not enough time to break the chords. Middle string, middle string. Even play two notes instead of three, because otherwise ensemble cannot work. Okay? Without piano, without piano. Last six maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bars is pick up. For ensemble between violin and bassoon. No, it's not clear. Shorter. Closer to the string. Better. Closer, more compound. Full grip. Bend your thumb a little bit. Good. From the string, give a cue. Good. Once more. Once more. This is for violinists. It's very important to give a cue properly. Could we do it? Okay. Very important to communicate. So 1, 2, pa. Say mentally 1, 2. Once more. No? Doing fine. Very good. That's coming along. Now this piano. Could you do coda? Same dynamic. Same stay longer with piano. It's a question. You play bassoon and he plays violin. You use your tongue and he uses your bow. Okay, once more. And George, you do the same, both things. Thank you, good job. Thank you, everyone. because it's very important that cellist has opportunities to project the sound this way, while it is a little bit this way also. So you see more towards the pianist, and you have to keep this triangle balance. Okay? Number two, it has to be important that cello has a specific phrases where cello presents, and we need to recognize. He was a little bit afraid. Now I will give him another chance, and he will do very well. Okay, rondo, rondo. Difficulties with rondo when we're going back to the same theme. It has to have a different spirit a little bit. It doesn't have to be the same. Another problem with repetitions, you have repeat sign, and they do repeat sign. There is no difference between first time and the second. There is no logic. Why composers want to repeat this? It has to be recognized why. So, usually there are two ways to do it. If you repeat first section, let's say first 8 bars, when you do it first time, you use it as a bridge to the repeat sign. When you finish this bridge and you go into the end, you finish it. Okay, so let's do from the beginning, and let's try to make sure that two phrases are differentiated, because we go in A, B, A, C, A, B1, A, B2, you understand? So you have to make musical form working for you. Let's start from beginning, please. Also, because music starts with pickup, Auftakt. They all do pam 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 pam. It's not pam pam but pam pam. It's all there. All of the pickups has to be inside of you, not maybe to the next beat. Okay? Start music with pickups, and when you have many pickups, you have to discover them all the time. Bridge. Bridge and finish. Pick up. Pulse. Finish. Finish. Bridge. Pick up. Bridge. Long phrase. Go, 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 go. Vertical. Now next bridge. Da, 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 da. Motion on the middle of the move a little bit there. Okay? Very good. First time. This is the minor section. We still have to Amsterdam, 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 okay? George, first time, minor. Dynamics, you have to go longer, that mezzo forte. Longer, 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 keep dynamic longer. Okay? Agreed? Everyone understood? Let's listen what they are doing with dynamics. Could you do once more? Same place, same place. Now gradually build. And mezzo forte. And start. let's stay in upper half. 3 notes down. Okay? 3 notes down, another up. Okay? Could we start from your entrance? Tar, tar, pa, pa. From your entrance. Tar. Fine. Do you want to slow down or keep moving? Keep moving. Exactly. Tara, tara, ta-ira. Okay. Once more. Good. Like she's doing, pop, 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 pop. Use it in one, pop, 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 pop. Nice, elegant. It's not a waltz. Pop, pop, brushed. Okay, once more, better. Pulse. Light. Don't finish. Good. And listen, accompany piano. Once more. A long phrase. Thank you. That's another problem again. You don't know what to do. You have to make a bridge. First time, bridge, and maybe do it a little bit more and a little bit less second time, okay? Second time a little bit less, okay? Once more, first time, please, George. And you communicate on the 8 notes together. Bar 96, is it 86 or 96? Bar 96, you have bar numbers? Oh, you don't. So when George starts after repeat side, where that you will just finish. Okay, yeah, here, letter U. Okay, George, from your solo. I need more change. Allah, da 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 da. Use pulse. Allah, da 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 da. Say bow on the first note and spend bow on the left. Okay, once more. My friends, very important, don't slow down, don't confuse me. Could we do the second section when the cello starts? Allow the guitar, when you start from your okay? Without pickup, on the beat. You know where? Okay, let's start from letter U. From here. Okay? that entrance, we have ta-ra-dee-ra-ra. Could you give it a bar number? Let me see what we have. Yes, yes, here. Okay, could we do? Yeah, 2 bars before that, 2 bars before that. Tam, param, pam, pam, 2 bars before your entrance. Okay, from here. Param, param. 1, 2, 1. My friends, what we just did, what they just played in the music, that portion of the music calls cadence. They finish the phrase. The articulation has to be very clear that it's a vertical music. They have horizontal music, and that was 2 bars of the vertical music. Has to be together. Together. Once more. Articulate 8 notes, please. That's it. Understood? I don't want to finish on a negative side. Let's go back from the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars. Is it okay? 7 bars. 8 bars. 8 bars from the end. 8 bars from the end, please count. 8 bars from the end. Fine? Okay, sure. Articulation here. From here. Okay. Articulate the same place. Once more. A little louder. This is a solo. I want to tell you that I'm very impressed that your Volos community is working on involved young musicians in the chamber music. It makes you better musicians sooner instead of later. So let's hope they will be able to maintain more progress together and separately. Individually, you know what are your weaknesses, you look to this and try to say, oh, I could fix it. Or if you don't, you go to your teacher and ask for the assistance. All the best. Thank you.